So what we're going to do is we're going to put a hole in 2 of these pins. And these are for 2 different tapped holes, 2 different sizes, 2 different depths. They're all created the same way though. They're created from this end of this part, and they're concentric. So if they are created in the same way, we can use that same feature in multiple parts. So what I'm going to do is go up to this first roller pin, and it's just the same. I have sliced view on here so that we can see the depth of the hole. So I'm going to put in a hole. It's going to be concentric. It's going to be on this plane and concentric with this surface. And it is, I'm going to use a 256, and I'm going to let it be 0.25 deep. Now something that I need to do here with the depth of this part, or this tap, is I need to add a parameter to it. So I'm going to say tapped depth equal, or name it whatever you want so that it's descriptive. So now there's a parameter in that, and I'm going to say okay. Now I need to name this hole because I'm not going to have this hole, this tapped hole, in every one of my parts. I'm only going to have it in 2 out of those parts. So I'm going to name this something, tapped concentric hole. Okay, so when I go to my table, notice that it has, I'm going to delete these out again. I'm going to add these in for you like I would be doing it. So I would add for suppression. I can either suppress or allow a tapped concentric hole. Now I'm going to put that in there. Now the next thing that I can do is I can add the thread. Do you see, once we have a thread, then we can put in the designation change. So if it were left-hand thread, right-hand thread, or metric thread, or 2B or 3B, we can change those designations. So I put in the tapped concentric hole designation, which will be its size. The next thing that I need are the parameters, and I can go under tapped concentric hole. There's my tap depth. I'm going to add that one. So sometimes when you go ahead, when you add parameters like that, it's going to go ahead and put it in your table. That's fine. So I just wanted to show you how I would do this manually. This is suppress, and then I'm going to compute these in here. So if I suppress this, I don't care what these are, right? Okay, on this one I'm going to leave it 256, 0.25 depth. This one I'm going to change this to 440 UNC, and I'm going to make this 0.15 just to see the difference, okay? So I'm going to verify here and say okay. So in the valve key, in the keeper pin, I needed to suppress that flange on that, right? On this one, I have that 256 hole right here. And on this one, it changed to a 440 hole and changed the depth. So that's how we can get these 2 threaded holes in here without having to suppress and compute 2 separate different features. Now you can also do that. You can put in a 256 hole and a 632 hole, and then just suppress it in one, compute it in the other. Right? So it's up to you guys if you want to use these parameters and this way to do it. I just wanted to show you guys how to do that. You can also, remember, create 2 different features, suppress one, allow the other one, and in whatever configuration that you have.